Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. 55.
Oh, I love this.
Deadlock times. Wait. Oh, what was that sound?
Dead.
No.
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 Time.
No.
It's
No.
Bedrock time.
Wait. How? Wait. How did I get back here? You know what? I had a feeling I wouldn't be able to stay away from this place too long. Now, does this mean I'm properly back? Yes and no. For anyone who's not been keeping up to date, I really got burnt out on this mod. I mentioned it last week in the Popping Duck video. You can go over there and check it out, but things got a bit too much for me and I decided to step away from the mod. But the support was far too much for me not to at least return. Now, I've not returned completely, but I figured, you know what?
Let's do a devlog time.
So what has been worked on over these last couple of weeks? Well, there's been a lot of bug fixes. When I say there's been a lot of bug fixes, I mean there's been a lot of bug fixes. The last version I had intended to try and sort out every single bug that I knew of. I failed because we discovered a lot more. But slowly, one by one, we are getting through all of them. So let's actually get into the new and interesting stuff because, I mean, do you really want to know about the fact that we finally fixed the core structure? Now, it turned out that even though it was set to the lush cave, it had to be exposed to air. So, yeah, that was next to impossible to spawn. Now, I admit in testing I might have turned it up a bit high, but it should be okay now, right? Yeah. Okay, first thing I want to talk about, just because they're over here, I'll talk about you in a sec, is Kamen Rider Gotchard Daybreak, or is it Daybreak Gotchard? I can never remember with this guy. What are you? Daybreak Gotchard! Gotchard! A few months back, L updated Gotchard and said that I could update Daybreak. In the past, I was like, okay, L, add something, add something, add something, add something. You know what? Stuff it. I'm adding Daybreak because it was a repaint of Gotchard. And I was like, okay. Seeing as you added the original, you can update it. And I was just lazy, so it never got updated. But I've updated it. So we have Daybreak Gotchard. Is this Fire Daybreak Gotchard? I can never remember. Yay, Fire Daybreak. It has a cape. And we have whatever this dude is it Shining Daybreak? I'm going with Shining Daybreak. Shining Daybreak! See, I'm not a fake fan. Now, I did a kind of lazy update with these two. And literally just updated the Daybreak part of it. But I might come back at some point and make all these little extra little bits 3D. I don't know. All I know is it's got a cape. And you have no idea how many times we've had to rewrite the cape code. I'm no longer a fan of the cape code. It's been my mortal enemy the last couple of weeks. Talking about Gotchard, you see, when I mess up an update, we always like to do another update to kind of look like say sorry for the last update done. And I tend to always like to add 5 forms. And sometimes it's really difficult to add 5 forms in like less than 24 hours. We have to get a bit creative, and thanks to the Gotchard novel, we got a few new forms. Okay, now don't complain and call these forms lazy. If I see anyone calling these forms lazy, I'm gonna be a sad slime. Okay? 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 Okay. We have Kamen Rider Legend Gavv. Juicy! Yeah, this appeared in the novel, and thanks to a recent Premium Bandai set, we know what the card looks like. We also know what the card looks like for Kamen Rider Legend Zets. It looks so cursed seeing Zets with the belt there instead of across the chest. It just doesn't look right. Pose! So yes, these 2 forms both appeared in the novel. Now there's also a few other forms in that novel that we might have to add. Now normally we have a rule against novel forms, but if we know exactly what the form looks like, there's no harm in adding it. I hope the belt's meant to be there. I really hope the belt's meant to be there. What if the belt moves? Oh no! Talking about Zets, seeing as I'm somewhat back, you know what? it wouldn't hurt bringing back the Zets challenge. If you're not up to date with this, I'm planning on adding an absolutely massive Zets update when I hit 7,000 subscribers. But if you're not, you probably should subscribe. Yes, subscribe. You know, you might as well hit like. But that's not everything for Zets. Now, this is borderline spoilers, but I've made the rule if it's appeared in the show in the previous week, I'm allowed to show it off. I'm not allowed to show it off if it's in the preview for next week, but if it's in the actual episode, what's the harm? So we have two things to show off. I think the one might fall into proper spoiler territory. I'll let you know when I show that off. But first, we have Kamen Rider Nox. Okay, yeah, Nox was in previously, but now we have Midnight Shadow. I think Chair did a great job on this. I would have not stood a chance at trying to work out all the lines and patterns on this suit. It looks a mess. I don't know about this, I'm on about the actual suits. I mean, can you even understand? It's a twirly, whirly, weird thing. Pose. He's looking. Wait. You see this dude right here? This little space dude. He needs updating. He needs updating! As I said, this one might fall into spoilers. It's shown in a lot of promotional stuff at the moment, so I don't really think it does. But either way, I'm not going to say its name, so if you want to look away to avoid spoilers, I'll tell you when to rejoin. This is... You can read it there. It's going to be in an up-and-coming special. Yeah, it does. It's not exactly what we would call original. You can look back now. Look at the duckies. Another thing that got updated just so we could say we had another form was Kamen Rider Maki. Is it a Maki? I stole the trousers. Nah. Kinda looks like this dude. She appeared in Heisei and her suit was basically the same as this one. It looks slightly more gold in the images, so I told Chair to do slightly more gold. Yeah, there's not much difference, is there? Over the last couple of months, we've been slowly going through Heisei and updating all of them, to the point where now we've actually got all of Heisei Phase 1's main riders done. There's a few extras that need still updating, so we're not quite there. But Andrew was never quite happy with Kabuto. So... And seeing as how Andrew had improved so much up to this point, he was like, you know what? Go on. Have a go at it. Get it sorted. And he kind of updated everyone. So now I've got to go through everyone. Oh no, this is going to take ages, isn't it? Okay, first, we have the updated masked form. The updated rider form. The updated hyper clock up. The actual hyper clock up. I always say hyper clock up with the other one, where this is really actually the real proper hyper clock up. I still think this looks cool. How could I forget about posing? That looks cool. We also got Attack Mask, Attack Rider, Attack Hyper, and Attack Hyper Clock Up. Whee! Zabi Mask, Zabi Rider. Yeah, there's no hyper here. Break Mask. Break Rider. Sword Mask. Yeah, this one looks cool. Sword Rider. This one punch or this one kick? I think this one's punch. No, it's kick. I'm a fake fan. And Punch Hopper. Dark Kabuto Masked. Dark Kabuto Rider, Dark Kabuto Hyper, which isn't technically Dark Kabuto Hyper. This is Hyper Kabuto Black version, based on this vinyl toy. But it works as a Hyper Dark Kabuto, right? Right? Please don't call us fake fans. We're real fans, right? The Gold Movie Rider, which I always feel like I'm saying something else with its name. Look at those horns. And he has a masked form based on this toy. I love it when we can do stupid stuff. Kind of like Heracles and his masked form. And Keitoros and his masked form. I think these three look amazing. We also have the Zek Trooper Shadow. No, this is just Shadow, isn't it? I believe this is the Bright Trooper. This is the Bright Trooper. Bright Trooper. We also have the Neo Trooper. Now, don't know if these two have been updated, but I'm gonna have a look. I think he has. This is Chop Hopper, a stage show. And Lady. I don't think Lady's been updated, though. When Lady update? It's kind of impressive just how much Andrew has improved in such a short period of time. Everyone go and praise Andrew in the comment section. He deserves it. And seeing as we're talking about something Andrew has updated, we might as well talk about something Andrew has updated. We've got an updated Ghost. Now, fun fact, we did a poll on the Discord about which of the riders you think deserves a texture update the most. Ghost came last. But over on Andrew's Planet Minecraft, he uploaded a skin based on Kamen Rider Ghost, and I was like, that looks amazing. We should just tell Andrew to just update Ghost. Who cares if he came last on that poll? That Ghost looks amazing, and I think this Ghost looks amazing. So we have an updated Ghost. An updated Spectre. I still love these poses. And an updated Necrom. Mega Ulode. Okay, yeah, this one doesn't get a cool pose. But that's not it. We also have Token Boost and a few of the Damashis. So we have Musashi, Edison, Robin Hood. I didn't realize we got the little feather. I love that. And is that a cape I see? Are you a cape? No, you are not a cape. That probably should be a cape. No, it is a cape. Oh, it's just not been activated as a cape. What about you? You've been activated as a cape. Newton. I actually didn't realize until I saw the pictures. Yeah, only one of the little things on the arm has the ring. The Saturn ring thing. The other one doesn't. I was going to be like, Andrew, fix it. You've done it wrong. Fix it. Fix it. And then I realized, no, actually, this form doesn't have that. That's a very nice spot, Andrew. I might not have spotted that. You've done a good job. Billy the Kid and his little hat. He's got a little hat. Bunky. I'm looking at so much of these little extra 3D details and I'm like, yeah, you've done this right. It was right to trust you. Now, I don't know how many of these have actually been updated, so I'm just going to go until I see one that hasn't been updated. So we have Goemon. Oh, wait, yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if it's been updated. Of course it has. We got the ribbon on the back. Ryoma. He's got horns. Himiko. Tutankhamun. Oh my god, it's got 2 horns. Wait. It's got 1 horn. It's actually done correctly. If you don't know, yeah, the horns on Ghost's head gets really weird for Token Boost compared to Ore, and Spectre gets weird as well. Yeah, it's actually correct. It's actually correct. Yay! Question is, has Nobunaga... Oh my god, this one's been done as well. I'm gonna have to check all of them now. Wait, I remember Andrew posting something about Houdini, so I think this is where it ends. Yes, this is the old Houdini. So Houdini is next. You've done a great job so far. So let me know what you think of Andrew's job on this. I'm so happy to see Ghost finally start getting updated. Now, it does mean we're going to have to update a few of the forms that reuse parts from Ghost, but we can do most of those as time goes on. The only one I kind of want Andrew to update now is Shinobi, but that's just because, well, this just is Ghost with a ride player's head. Actually, you know what? Talking about Shinobi, I can't believe how many music discs we've got up to this point, but we got one more. We've got this one. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt that name. Now, this is the opening and theme song for Kamen Rider Shinobi from the Rider Time special. It should be playing in the background, so I don't need to put it in here. Let me know. Has Heisei done a good job there? And let me know. Has Heisei done a great job overall? I'm so happy with the amount of music discs we've got. I'm kind of wondering, what even is there to add next? There's a few I want, but I think this is getting awesome. Previously, L updated Kamen Rider Kiva. Well, now it's time for Kamen Rider Heisei. I actually can't remember how to do the form changes for this dude, but this is Kamen Rider Heisei in save mode. We also have Proto Heisei, which you might think looks identical, because it does. But look, it says Proto. As well as Heisei the First from this SIC figure. Yeah, again, this looks identical, it just has a different chest. But back to the normal Heisei, because we have... Is this burst mode? I think this is burst mode. Yay! As well as Rise mode. I almost called this Knuckle mode. This is Rise mode, isn't it? Rising, go close enough. I think L has done an amazing job with these, and to be absolutely honest, I'm really hoping we get to see Dark Kiva next. It'd be really nice to get Saga and wrap up all the kind of show Kiva riders. I was like, okay, here's one of the 2 movie riders. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? I can't see the other one. Where's Ark? I can't see Ark. Eventually, those 2 will get updated as well. Believe it or not, that's still not everything. We still have a lot more to show. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them, but we have started to add structures into villages. You have no idea how difficult this was. I actually don't know what they're meant to look like, so I'm kind of running around blind, but the fact that this dude's here means that this is probably one of them. We have a Gashapon Maché. So yes, there's now a chance to encounter Kamen Rider Craft villagers in villages. I think it was just that one building in this village. I'm not going to go through and find all of them, but it's kind of nice to... I kind of like the fact that I was able to at least find one. Don't you dare shut the door on me. What have you got to trade? That's an acceptable trade. I'll let you survive. There is also meant to be different variants depending on which village. So you know what? I'll check one more. He's an agent. Yes, popping duckies might have been fun. But I've missed this mod. You have no idea how much I've missed this mod. And do you want a teaser of what's next? Henshin